if you're addicted to something on earth, some of those folks will go out looking for other people that they can affect and literally, take them to the bar and go drinking for them or whatever else their addiction might have been. They latch onto them. That's right. And encourage them to go above and beyond what they ordinarily would, beyond the 2 beer limit. They would, drink until they were drunk, or which would not be their personality, but it's because this individual has attached themselves to them and is drawing them into this.
People, if they're listening to this, they're probably like, oh my God, what if I had a young child that died and they didn't know to go to the light? What I gathered through the years is that everyone is met with their guides. No one is left alone when they cross over. So everyone has the opportunity to get to the light, but the people that you're dealing with refuse to go. Is that correct?
Or they don't know they can go, or they're afraid of what they will find. They're afraid of judgment.
Right.
For what they have done. And it's, yeah, you will get a life review, but it's not a judgment like, oh, you're going to have to stand upside down on your head in this pile of mud forever. No, 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 no. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you just have to convince them that we go on and it's not a bad thing. Sometimes people will refuse to go if they have unfinished business. Okay, one person wouldn't leave because they couldn't find his will, because he had hidden it. He had hidden it so that nobody would, and I don't think he thought he was going to pass before he could get it out of the wall again. Actually, he had it behind some boards, and it was like in a ceiling, and he wanted people to know where it was. And he kept knocking and rapping and knocking, and they were going nuts. And he was just trying to show them where he had tucked his will away. Yeah.
Did they find it?
Oh, yeah. He had unfinished business, and that's why he was staying. It's like to try and help. Now, I've never dealt with a murder victim, not a spirit murder victim, but I have read and talked to other people, and sometimes spirits who have met a tragic end, whether they were murdered or thought they were murdered, they want to see justice done for the situation.
Right.
They want to see whoever did this to, I won't say get their just desserts, but one of the feelings is that so you don't ever do this to anybody else. So you can't hurt anybody else again. I want you to be brought to justice. And they will stay until that person is in court or judged before they will move on. And you're right, as far as passing into the light, like the light tunnel, almost everyone is met by deceased family members, old friends that they know that have passed on. Guides, guardians, angels will, reach out. Excuse me. Will reach out to them to say, come on, go with us. But some folks, they don't see anybody. And what you can do in that situation is you call for their family. You call for loved ones. And if you're not getting any response, you call for guides. You call for spiritual helpers.
Yeah.
Okay. Because nobody's ever left unloved or uncared for. Nobody. Our situations aren't all the same once we get over to the other side. Some people are not going to have quite the field of flowers that they hoped for. They may have to do some hard time making up for some of the things that they did on the earth plane, but nobody's ever thrown away. No one's punished, and the ideas that we have of what, quote, hell and the devil are like are from paintings and from other people's ideas. They're not written anywhere. The hellfire and damnation thing is a, I won't say a made up thing, but it's an invented thing. Even Satan, even the devil, Lucifer, he's not the king of hell. He was an angel thrown out of heaven. He's, I won't say discarded, that's not right. He was barred from heaven. He wasn't thrown out, and he's not the king of hell. He's just down there, not down there. He's just in a situation like everyone else that's had trouble. Everybody else that's gone against the spiritual laws and the laws of nature and the laws of God. Okay.
So, what about people that uh, have addictions or
Okay.
act evil in?
Okay, yeah. We
they
got two situations. We got two situations going with addictions, okay? Whether it be gambling or cocaine, it doesn't matter. If you're addicted to something on earth, some of those folks will go out looking for other people they can affect and literally, take them to the bar and go drinking for them or whatever else their addiction might have been.
So they kind of take over their body, or
They kind of latch onto them.
They latch onto them. That's right. And encourage them to go above and beyond what they ordinarily would, beyond the 2 beer limit. They would, drink until they were drunk, or which would not be their personality, but it's because this individual has attached themselves to them and is drawing them into this. Then there are folks that do pass, that do make that transition to the spirit world, and there's help there for them. There is help. If you, me and my cookie
So there's AA on the other side. There's
well, I was thinking about Cookies Anonymous. That's mine.
What brought to mind is like in casinos.
Oh,
there's a lot of drinking, a lot of gambling going on.
Oh yeah,
and there's a lot of
there's
wanderers.
There's some
bars.
There are definitely some stray spirits trying to latch on to someone that is possibly not of a strong-minded or strong-willed person, but somebody that's open to that sort of thing. Oh yeah, latch on. Let's grab it.
Sherry, you went to that Zach Baggins.
I was just thinking that.
You say you've got an attachment. You brought an attachment home with you.
Yeah.
Charlene, how do you prevent attachments from following you home?
I've never had to deal with that, but I think some of it may have to deal with the fact that I have spirits around me all the time in a protection bubble, and they probably say, "No, not you. No, not you. Go." And I've not brought anything home with me. And I tell them before I would leave a circumstance, leave a situation, nobody can come home with me. Whether that's reading old tombstones, and I've done that. In Salem, Massachusetts, I actually made rubbings of old tombstones, which were fascinating. I'd say nobody can come with me. Nobody can leave their circumstances here. So I'm going home alone, and that's it. And when I leave, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody try to attach to me, but I think I would probably just send in my crew. Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think I knew a lady once, and I can't think of her name, and I bet you know her too. But she would a lot of times, a lot of spirits will seem to group together. And she would, I'd be with her, like we'd be driving or something. She'd go, "Okay, I just crossed over 20." And I'm like, "Well, how do you do that?" More than one at a time, kind of crossing them over. Everybody crosses them over in a different way. I do know that.
Mm-hmm. I've never run into a herd of spirits like that. Okay. But I do know of some folks that do work that way. I know, but it's not. I find that spirits come to me one, maybe two at a time, and that's all I've ever experienced. I did find a lost spirit one time. It was in an apartment house, and the spirit had lived in the apartment next door. And he was so confused. And he'd picked up another spirit on the way that was part of this apartment building. And both of them were just, they didn't know where to go, what to do. And they were going back and forth between the apartments in the wall because and they had this one group of people whose apartment they had never lived in. They had them just totally baffled and confused, like, what the heck is going on? So we don't know, even once I introduced the spirit, they said, we don't know these people. It's because they belonged next door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, belonged next door. And apartments, you know how many apartments just look so much alike? Big gray stone block buildings, that was it. No, nothing distinctive about them. Hi, here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Great.
Well, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they get attracted to you because of what you do too. It's like you're
Mhm.
broadcasting out there. They're like, "Hey, this might be somebody that can help me."
Mhm.
They,
And I go into that situation with that, I'm here to help. I'm here to do what I can to help you, not to cause any confusion or stir things up, just to help you move on for a better situation.
Yeah, I know you've been doing this for decades, but um, is there one encounter or one event that just really scared you?
Mm, I won't say scared me so much. One place I had difficulty making that connection. I had to sit down and do some talking to actually bring that spirit to me. They were afraid of me. Huh. Okay. So they came on rather strong. They came on strong because they were afraid of me. So, fight that sort of situation. So they came in to attack. But once we had calmed down, they had calmed down. We just had a conversation. And that was what it was about.
Hmm. Okay,
Not
so
really,
no,
not frightening.
wow,
And you really have to hang on to your own nerves. Oh, I mean, no coffee that day. No, just
really,
I
gotta.
know because I would send people to Charlene, and I'd be like, "I'm out. I'm not doing this. I ain't going there." Because
yeah,
I've seen some things I don't like.
I
So
think that I'm lucky enough to have spirits on my side, guides that filter a lot of that stuff out.
um,
That don't necessarily let me see the blood and gore of how the individual died.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think I'm blessed in that way. So I'm not dealing with anything that's particularly scary. I've never had anybody show up as like the Grim Reaper.
I was just going to ask um, because I have had encounters with beings that are not from this earth.
Oh yeah.
So have you had any encounters like that aren't human or that were
Only in passing. Only in passing. Saying, I'm sorry guys. I don't but this is not what I do. So get in your ship and go.
hmm, really,
um seriously, and there was no ship. The individual I remember just kind of dissolved upward, and that was it. I said, this is not what I'm here for. And bless you and be on your way.
wow,
And that
yeah.
was it.
hmm,
Well, that's good
yeah,
because I
Yay!
I do know there are a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of other
Oh yeah. And
as
they're
you know.
curious. They're
Yeah.
curious. They can't figure out how we work. They don't know how we manage to survive this long because of
I
what
don't
we
either.
do to each other. No,
I
what
don't
we
know how
do
we
to each
haven't destroyed the world. So
other. That frightens me.
maybe we have an alternate universe.
probably.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Last night on television, I watched a documentary about Mount Etna in Sicily sliding into the ocean.
Oh wow,
Oh, and when and if it really that side of that volcano goes, the tsunami will be the worst thing that ever hit the world. Worse than the one that hit, what was it, Indonesia, half a dozen years ago. It would be just catastrophic. So they
I
keep
don't,
an eye, they watch how much is sliding every day.
well,
Yeah, millimeters, but
Mm.
it's sliding because what it's sitting on, the earth that it's sitting on is not real stable. It's kind of squishy. So it's just kind of like sliding downhill. Yeah, destroy the earth. We are.
well, I think that we'll be taken off planet before that happens with my
Please,
You hope so.
please.
extraterrestrial friends. So I'm
Yeah,
sure they'll take us off planet before we,
there are other places to live in this world, in this galaxy, in
right.
this universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are other places to be. And people who have passed on to spirit are living there now. They are.